Hello viewers. Thank you for coming by and to be on my channel. So today we are visiting Heritage Farm in Shema district, and we shall be talking to Mr. Bright, who is the owner of the farm, and we shall learn a thing or two. I will be asking him some questions and he will be answering, and I hope and I believe that we shall learn from him. As you can see right now, on the farm, mainly there's maize growing that is taking place. Unfortunately, I didn't come when it was starting, when they were planting, and during the time when they were preparing the soil, but I've arrived at a time when the maize have started flowering, and I still believe there's a lot we can learn from him. Mr. Bright.
Yes, please.
How is your day?
The day is fine.
How is Heritage Farm?
Heritage Farm is good. We are still working hard because this is now it has been a weeding season. The rains are coming printed. So Heritage Farm is good.
So, in your own words, what motivated you to start Heritage Farm? Because I know you to be someone who is educated. You know, it is very difficult for educated people to venture into agriculture. You're educated, but you're also into agriculture. What motivated you?
First of all, I'm educated, as Grace has said. I'm the Principal Community Development Officer for Shema Municipal Council. But I'd like to take you back to where the name Heritage Farm Enterprises came from. Heritage Farm Enterprises is the name that I carried from home because I was brought up in a family where my father and my mother are serious farmers. So it is from home that I picked the passion of also practicing farming, where different crops and actual animals are kept. So Heritage Farm Enterprises itself has very many enterprises. Some are located in Shema and others are located in Ntungamo, where I hail from. Heritage Farm Enterprises basically is the season of maize. It is now in the season of maize, where maize is planted on a large scale. This is near the Shema Municipal Council head offices, and we still have another big piece of land where some good acres of maize are planted at the district headquarters, where I hired land.
So, Mr. Bright,
yes, please.
If I can interject a little bit, why maize? Are there some other crops that you also grow? Because
Yes,
at the moment I see maize
we grow
only.
different crops. Basically, we do vegetables, that is carrots, and we plant carrots on a large scale. At times, you find we plant tomatoes, watermelons, name them. We plant a variety of them, but now we are having maize. Because if you are to plant maize as a commercial farmer, you have to have maize on a large scale.
Okay.
Maize is supposed to be planted on a large scale so as to benefit more. Because with maize, there is no way you can plant like 1 acre and expect to harvest much.
Okay.
So you have to plant a large piece of land where you expect some good results from the garden or from the farm.
Okay. So when I was walking around, I realized some maize have already started flowering, others have not yet started. Is it because you planted them at different intervals, or there's another reason behind?
No, this was the first practice of ours. It is our first time as Heritage Farm Enterprises to plant maize on a large scale here in Shema. So because of that reason, I tried to buy different varieties so that I plant them on the same piece of land to see which type of variety would do well in this very place. So for instance, I planted DK varieties. There are also like 3 of them. I planted H520. I planted the H varieties, of course. So there are many, but I wanted to see the reason why I planted different varieties. I wanted to test to see which type of variety can do well in this very piece of land, or this very piece of land, right?
Okay.
So that's why you see in some sections the maize plants have started flowering, while other places or other sections the maize plants have not started flowering.
Yeah.
So it is the very reason to why you see the garden is in sections, and some have started flowering while others have not.
So meaning different varieties of seeds
Yes, they
grow
have
at different paces.
time of maturity.
Okay.
Like where we started from, they have almost completed the flowering phase. So it seems that type of variety, or that variety of maize can do well and can mature quickly compared to the rest of the garden where you find they have not flowered.
Okay. So Mr. Bright,
Yes,
if we had focused on this stage where we are right now, where our maize have started flowering, what are the key things that you can advise other farmers there to look out for?
As I've said, you have to consider the variety you are going to plant, because some varieties you find they cannot be planted in specific places and find they are doing well. So if you are to look for a variety, you first make a test. You say, let me plant 5 of them so that I may make a selection. Next time when I'm plant them, that very variety that will have dominated, or that will have done something good to my interests, then it dominates the what? To make it dominate the very garden I'm supposed to plant. So that's why we make sure we select the varieties. Secondly, soils are not all that the same. Soils are not, you must consider the fertility of the soils. Like in this part of the garden, we used cow dung. It is a good manure, where you go buy cow dung, or you buy some other farmyard manure and apply it in the maize, because for maize these hybrid varieties need a lot of fertility. So that's why they are supposed to be given fertilizers, artificial, or these the droppings of chicken, cow dung, and other things from home. They can make some good manure. So they should be considered as a factor when you are going to plant maize. Even the terrain of the land around down here in the garden, there is some water. So you have to make sure before you plant, you raise your seed beds so that the places which are waterlogged are raised to allow water moves through, but not allowing the water to keep stagnant and it dries up your maize, or causes leaching. It is called what? Leaching, where the fertility goes down, where these plants cannot reach, where the roots of the plants cannot reach to utilize the available fertility.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bright. I'm going to request you to just tell me only 2 challenges, because our time is running out. Only 2 that you have faced on this farm. Maybe other farmers may be facing the same challenges. Then in the comments, we shall hear from them on how you can overcome those challenges.
Yes, the biggest challenge to me so far I've faced here in Shema, these American bollworm.
The
American bollworm. They're called
Okay.
bollworms.
Okay.
They attack maize when they are still young, or they are called armyworms. These worms attack maize when at a certain stage, and when you don't spray, then they can spread throughout the garden and find your garden is destroyed. Secondly, fertility is a challenge. Most of the soils we have here in Shema are depleted. They are exhausted. People have cultivated these pieces of land, and you find even the cow dung around here, you cannot easily get a roll of cow dung. So to get fertilizers is very expensive for us.
Okay.
These are the biggest challenges so far I'm facing. But for the rest, they are natural. You cannot predict them. Like now, we have been hit by the hailstorm. But this is unpredictable. At times it may come, and at times it may not. So that's why I cannot say is the biggest challenge. But the biggest challenges which are common and which we should prepare for are these armyworms and the exhausted soils. They are the biggest challenges we are facing.
So the hailstorm is the cause of these divided
Yes,
leaves.
as you can see the leaves,
Okay.
they are destroyed somehow. If you can see these leaves,
Okay.
they have been destroyed. But I think the fact that some of the plants are still young, I think they will recover and find we are getting something. But for the rest of the garden, they have been affected, but not too much. We expect to harvest something, at least we shall not lose it all.
Okay. So Mr. Bright,
Yes,
thank you for your time. Thank you for the knowledge, and thank you for the passion that you have for agriculture, because we know agriculture is the backbone.
Yes.
We need food.
Thanks for your time, and I'm happy to have you on this farm.
Okay, good day. Thank you, viewers. We meet in the next part where we shall be talking about other things. Thank you. Goodbye.